Hello, this is just a brief introduction to OraTAPI. I'm just going to go through, well, explain what OraTAPI is first, and I'll show how it's installed as well as how you can do an upgrade on it. I'll be doing another video which will explain in more detail how to use it, but this is just so that people have got a quick start on getting it installed. So the documentation can be found as a README here on the GitHub website. So this is how you spell it, the OraTAPI. So that's Oracle Table API Generator is basically what it stands for. So you can use this tool to generate table APIs written in PLSQL. It's written in Python. And it essentially connects to a database. You tell it what tables and which schemas to work with, and it will use the metadata stored in the Oracle database data dictionary to generate the PLSQL APIs. So there is a section on how to install it here. You can install it on Windows under PowerShell, or alternatively, if you've got a Git bash installed on Windows, you can actually open up a Git bash window and you can install it and run it through that. What I'm going to do is show you how to install it both through PowerShell and through a Git bash window. The Git bash window is very similar to how you would install it on Linux or macOS. You do need to have Python installed, and you want Python 10 or Python 11 installed before you can install it. I'm not going to go into how you do that on your platform. There are some brief instructions on this OraTAPI web page, but you may need to do a bit more digging around if you hit any problems. So first of all, the first thing you need to do to install it is navigate to this release area over here, and you can click either this link here, or I'm trying to get into the habit of leaving the same link as well in the text here. So I've just downloaded that, and if I now go to the downloads and open that, I'll copy that file, and we'll take it to an area where I can install it. So to install it on Windows or Mac, the instructions are the same. So I'm just trying to find the tar command that I used before just to save typing, but is that the same version? Yeah, that's the same version. So if I run this command, so what it's going to do, because this is a tarball file, it's going to extract it all in one go. Just be careful if you're using Windows PowerShell. If you try and do this as a two-step process by, first of all, unpacking the GZ and then unpacking the tar, I found that I've had problems whereby Windows balks at running the PowerShell scripts. I've not had time to look into that just yet as to why, but if you extract it like this, you shouldn't have a problem. So we've now got a directory where the archive's been extracted to. So if I open up another window here, what I need to do then to do the first part of the install is to run setup.ps1. So that's the PowerShell script, because we're in a PowerShell window. So that's going to install the Python libraries that the tool depends on. And once this is complete, there's a second step that we need to run to initialize the installation. The tool is template based, and there's a range of templates that you can choose from. So you've got basic templates. The templates govern what the target files look like that get generated. So you've got a basic template, which is fairly vanilla. You've got a liquid-based template. And if you're familiar with the PLSQL logger utility, I think Martin D'Souza and maybe one other guy might have written that. It also integrates really well with that as well. So there's a couple of sets of templates. One which is just called Logger. The other one is Logger, which is liquid base and Logger combined. So at this stage, you need to pick which template set that you want to work with. So I'm going to, in this particular case, I'm going to pick just the liquid base one. So the next step is to run the quick config command, which sits in a bin directory directly below where we are. So as I mentioned before, you can run this under a Git bash window. I'll try and remember to do that for you. But the only difference really is you'd put a forward-leaning slash here. In actual fact, you can use a forward-leaning slash here in the PowerShell window, but I tend to try and stick with convention. And then we need to give it the template set. So I'm going to put liquid base here. All these steps, by the way, they're all documented on the GitHub page. So so I run that, and you can see it's instantiated a load of templates, and we can see where they've been created. If you look under resources, templates, we've got various template types, but for the packages, we've got package body templates, and we've got package specification templates here. And then there's various templates for the actual different types of procedures that we support. So the tool supports 6 types of API, deletes, inserts, merges, selects, updates, and upserts. So I'll just come back to here, and now this should be in a state whereby we can run something. So I've got a database sitting on another machine in the corner here, and it's basically got a small database running in a Docker container. So let's change these. Get rid of that. So I need to change the table owner to AUT. And then when I run this, it's going to go through, connect to the database. And because I didn't give it a table to actually specifically write the APIs for, it's gone and written APIs for all of them. But I'll cover this in more detail in the next video. But I will show you quickly one of the outputs from that. So it's put the outputs into this staging area, and this is what it's just generated. So if we have a quick look, you can see the code that it's generated. So let's just give that another go using the Git bash window. So if I delete this, I'll exit out of here, just get the tar command and copy that. Hopefully that's been copied into my paste buffer. And now I'll close that and delete this installation. So open the Git bash window. So now open the Git bash window actually in the directory where we just unzipped it to. Normally on Linux or on macOS, you would need to do a chmod 750 and then setup.sh. You don't really need to do it on Windows because it works differently under Git bash. But so now if we run that, notice I had to use the .sh at the end there. So Nearly there. Not quite as fast as under the PowerShell. It's even quicker on my Linux PC in the corner. It's literally a few seconds. So now if we do /bin / quick config, then if we do logger this time, different option for the templates, and that's it. That's basically got a setup. You can then go in, you can actually edit the templates if you want, but I think they're in a state where they should suit most people, but you can you can tweak the templates. Anyway, so if you want to upgrade OraTAPI, there are instructions on the README on the GitHub page, but I'll just quickly show you how it's done. And it is quite a simple process. If we look at the layout, first of all, we've got an old version of OraTAPI here where, if you can imagine, I might have gone in here. We've got the resources configuration files here, and I might have modified these. There are quite a few changes that you can make in here for a start. This is the main control file. And then we've got these other two control files which provide more fine-grained control over what gets generated. This file gets automatically created when you first run OraTAPI, and then thereafter it gets maintained in terms of any new tables and schemas that you deal with. They'll get entered into this file. And you can open this in a spreadsheet and you can switch off generation of, for example, trigger code or views or packages if there are certain tables that you don't want the API packages generating for. So I've got a window open here, and it's quite simple actually to run this. So I'll just show you the help synopsis first, the command synopsis through the help, and you can see that we've got a -o option here, which is the one that you'll typically use to migrate if you've still got your old directory hanging around. There's also these options here which allow you to export your configuration as well as your templates. Everything will get exported and it will put it into a zip file for you if you so choose. And then subsequently you can do an import. So if you don't have the old directory hanging around, but you've got an export file, you can use that instead to migrate your settings. So in this case, as you've seen, I've got the old installation sitting alongside this, and I'm going to reference that as part of my migration process. So when I hit return, you'll see that it essentially copies the configuration files and the templates from my old installation into the new one. It also updates one of the control files where it maintains the version of the tool. And that's one of the first things that it does. So if I scroll up, you can see that's where the version's been updated here. And then it's copied all the templates across into the new location. As well as you can see, we've got the CSV file being copied and what have you. And essentially that's it. That's the migration done. The only thing to mention, I suppose, is don't forget that if you're on Linux or Mac, then you would be actually doing a command something more like this, and you'd have the SH at the end instead of the PS1. So thank you for watching.